Hey guys, it's Josh and Hannah. Hope you're doing well.
We are with Hey Good Homes, and today we are showing you how to use the PPG Paint Visualizer. So it's on our website, easy for you to assess and to take a look at what your dream home could look like. A lot of people are nervous about paint colors and will it look good on my house and my plan, and this has the answer to it.
Awesome. So, in order to get to the PPG Color Visualizer, what you'll do is click on our menu button at the top right-hand corner, and you'll see this Color Visualizer right here. So, once you click on that, it'll take you over to PPG's site. You will need a login credential, so reach out to us if you do not have that, and we'll be more than happy to provide that for you. Once you're on PPG's site, we actually do have a custom page with PPG. And here you can see we have different genres or categories, and we have bedrooms, doors, exteriors, and living rooms.
Yeah, so let's just click on one and show
See
them
what
what
it's
that
like.
looks like. Yeah, so bedrooms.
So we'll go to this one here, and you can see we have preloaded options for you.
And these are actually Hey Good Homes. So these are models that we had in one of our communities at one point. So it is neat, especially for you to be able to see how it's going to look with our trim, how it's going to look with, the visualization of the bedroom.
And it's loading here. But what one thing that is not super intuitive is the way that you actually do the visualization. So what you'll do is you see that we have the colors here at the bottom. And there, if you don't, obviously it's not just these colors. If you go to PPG's website and there's a specific color that you want, you can actually search it on here. So you just need to go to PPG's website and look at the colors for additional colors. But here you can see as you drag and drop what it would look like to put different colors into your room. So you can see kind of what to expect whenever it comes to the different paint colors. And some of them have more interactions than others. Like here, you can go to, let's go to this one.
Three.
So here you can see, you just got different visuals that you can work with depending on if the bedroom has a bay window or, this one you can see with some blinds also.
And it has a wood floor as opposed to carpet. So just certain things to think about when you are exploring your new home that maybe you haven't thought about yet.
And one thing that people have a hard time visualizing is interior door colors. So we'll go to that in a second. But you can also do different trim colors, like here.
Yeah, and
That's
that's
which I think
really
is kind of cool. Because a lot of people are nervous about that, doing something different. I have a lot of clients that are like, I don't know about painting the doors a different color because I've only ever had white doors, for example. But here you can kind of visualize what it would be like to have a different color door and different color trim.
Yeah, and that's really neat because Haygood offers that flexibility. It's a little different than some other builders. We love to have painted doors. We feel like it just is more inviting. It brings some personality into the home. And, the majority of our clients, they pick a color. It could be that coastal blue, could be more of a neutral gray. There are a couple that go classic that will do the white, but it's just an awesome option that's included. So something to think about. And there's so many colors these days, so you really can just stay on here for quite some time.
Oh yeah, it just depends on like what your color palette is. A lot of people are going with, you can do more of the warmer tones or lighter tones. So for paint, Hagen Homes offers interior doors painted a color. They offer three different wall colors, and it's not that you have three options to choose from; that you have thousands of options to choose from. We ask you to choose three because most of our homes are open floor plans. So anything over and beyond three colors gets a little busy. And then the trim comes automatically white, and the ceilings come white also. But if you wanted to, like, one popular trim color is more of this, like, a gray color, that is a possibility to do that as well. If you've been to several of my Cape Lookout models, we've actually done a dark trim color, which looks really nice. Kind of like that color. And then we usually do like a white with that, which is a nice look. And then you can but anyways, you can play around with different colors and you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like. Um, and then also the exterior is probably one of the biggest ones that we get questions about. Like
Yeah.
what is my house going to look like on the outside? Because it is so much surface area that you're selecting. And I know that selecting off of a little small, color swap or, a little, what are those things called?
Color sheet,
Sample.
yeah,
Yeah.
sample. It can be overwhelming because not only is it small, but there's so many different colors. But here it really helps because you have the house in front of you. Now, we probably don't have all of our plans uploaded yet, but I do think that's something they'll do in the future. So you'll be able to click the plan that you are choosing to build and customize it right there and print it out. So we do also include this in our mood boards. That's another benefit to Haygood Homes. After you come in and actually pick out all the selections and the colors, we will present you with this information for the outside. It'll have the paint color that you chose, but you can do it beforehand now. So we think it's a great benefit for our clients.
And so not only do you get to pick out the paint colors, but you also get to pick out the brick at the bottom.
Oh, yeah,
So, which is kind of neat. So, if you wanted to do a white house, with black windows, which is pretty popular. Actually, I think it does the windows and the trim, but it'll give you a little bit of a visual.
ooh, look
Wow,
at
that is
that.
a combo.
Wow. That orange door. But
Can
it's
we change
neat.
the door color? Yeah, there we go.
Look
We
at
can change the door
that.
color. There we go. Look at
And
that.
you can change the roof shingles too. I don't think it does it allow us to do that metal accent. I'm
I'm not
curious.
sure. Actually, it does.
Uh-oh.
It does. It does allow us to do metal
Okay.
accent. Obviously
Yeah, obviously that's probably not the color you're
not
gonna pick,
blue,
but
but it does give you an idea.
it is fun to play around with and just, start getting in your head what feels like home.
Exactly. So yeah, this is just another service that Haga does to kind of set us apart. We want to make sure that for most people, they're building their dream home with us. They've worked really hard to get this, and they want to make sure that it's perfect, and we do everything that we can to give you the most confidence and to give you the most certainty that we can whenever you're building with us. And this is just one of those things that we do. Going above and beyond to make sure that our clients are satisfied and that they have a great experience. This is open for anyone to do. So you don't have to be a Hagen homeowner. You don't have to be under contract to be able to get this service. The only thing is, like I said, you do need to have a login. So you would need to reach out to us to be able to get the access for the color visualizer, which we're more than happy to provide for you. So, like I said, we have the exteriors, we have the interiors, the doors. It's loading right now. Sorry. So there's plenty of options to choose from, and it just helps to kind of see what they're going to look like.
But yeah, any questions that you have, reach out to us. We build a number of communities. Our selection process is actually 3 days, and there's a lot of content on our website that you can find that will share with you more information, not only about paint, but cabinets, countertops, tile, flooring. The list goes on and on and on.
Yeah, but we look forward to it.
Yeah.
Again, reach out to any of our sales professionals, and they'd be more than happy to guide you in how to best utilize this new tool.
All right. Have a great day.